Good evening, this is your Psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello. Good evening, Queen Wanda. Why have I only got half the screen tonight? Hello there, Dolphin Smile. Gagadar. How yous all doing? Twitchers are in the house. How yous doing, everybody? It is now, what time is it? 11:09 p.m. UK time. We are heading towards the witching hour and we are going to delve deep tonight. We are going to look into the looking glass to see what's ahead. I've been busy. How are yous been? Hi everybody. Hi Desiree, Javadar, Aura K, Life of Light, hello there. And I want to say welcome to all new subscribers on Twitch. We've got Susan in the house from Brunswick, Canada. Hello there. Stooge, Sarah, Aura K, Paula. Good to see yous. Let me get my cup of tea. It's just getting crazier and crazier on planet Earth, isn't it? So tonight we are going to delve deep. I've got my crystal ball. We are going to delve deep tonight. Now, am I live on YouTube? Can anybody tell me? Good evening, Michelle. Queen Wanda's in New Brunswick too. We've got Sparkle Shimmer in the house. Hi. Catherine Miles. On this lovely Sunday, spring is in the air in the UK. How's the weather been like around your neck of the woods? Oh, we've got YouTube in now. It always happens that there's a mass influx just gone whizzed up the screen. I can't see all your names. Oh my goodness. I'm sure that something's going on with the AI. You think it would just let them all come in at once, wouldn't you? Hiya, Thelma. Margaret. Ellen French. Maggie Fleurett. Fanny Tush, hello. Don't forget to hit the like, that's right. Hit the like and subscribe. Or check you're still subscribed, should I say. Because you know what it's like, YouTube plays games and unsubs yous. Oh, thank you, Sue. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you all are around the world. We are going to delve deep tonight. It is late over here in UK, but I'm feeling good to go. And I think it's time we did some scrying into this to see what's going to happen, because it's absolutely bonkers at the moment, isn't it? So we've got Stu just being up yesterday morning, potting over 50 tomato seedlings. That's good. I need to start doing that. I've been spring cleaning the house and I've been cleaning my carpets, cleaning cupboards. So I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll with the cleaning. Glad to see you too. Oh, thank you, Kim. And I've got my tarot cards too, and we're gonna look into everything because it's just absolutely mental, isn't it? We've got Celestial Flea. Hello there. Wait, what? LG on time tonight? Hiya, Kay. How are you doing? Kay and family. I love greenhouses. I don't have room in my back garden for a greenhouse unless I got rid of one of my sheds. Believe it or not, I've got quite a few sheds because I've got the cattery takes up half my back garden. Have you had a nice Sunday? Some of yous in Australia will be on Monday morning, won't you? Some of yous. Hi, Larry. Well, it's getting crazy with what's going on in Iran, so I'm going to be looking into that. That's one of the main things I'm going to be looking into, but I want to see what's coming, what else is to come, because I was getting some crazy images late last night. I tend to always get them on a Saturday night, and I don't know why. I feel like it builds up through the week, and I start to get like these strange images. I think it's because I relax on a Saturday night, end of the week, you know what I mean? I chill. I do clients on a Saturday, but then I chill, after I've cleaned the house, do what you need to do. And I just normally watch some intel on, see what's happening, you know what I mean? Or watch a movie, do nice things. And that's normally when I relax, I get strange images. And I've been getting some really crazy stuff coming through. So I'm going to see if it comes through again tonight. I'm not going to see it until it comes through. And see what happens. But this has been charging in the garden all day, and it's been very sunny over here. Quite a pleasant day in the UK, in the north of the UK. Spring's definitely in the air. Still a bit nip in the air, but it's still nice. And well, put it this way, I went out without a coat on this afternoon, so it's getting quite pleasant over here. Who still has snow? Do you still have some snow somewhere in the world? Or is it clearing up? You still have the snow? My goodness. Yeah, there's been a crazy sort of outbreak of meningitis thing. What's happening? I'll possibly look into that with the cards and see what's happening there. But it's just one thing after another, isn't it? And I did say this would happen. Quebec, 10 to 15 centimetres to come. It's quite late in the year, isn't it? I mean, we're going to be nearly into April. Oh my goodness. Soul Revolutions just put here on YouTube. It's 99 degrees here in Texas. Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Catherine Miles. I hope your grandson feels better soon. So for new people who are following us tonight, this is like it's a bit like a spiritualist church, yeah, and we all gather and we all look after each other, and we if you need any healing, I do this before I come on with other healers which are in the group. We do prayers and Reiki, and then if you need, it fuses it up into the circle of light, which is this group. And then if you need any healing or you need any prayers, write the name in the comment section, either in the live feed or afterwards in the main comment section, and you will receive the healing that you need. Okay, or the prayers that you need. And it could be for literally anything. It doesn't have to be for a person. It could be for an animal. It could be for a situation. Literally anything. And you're allowed to even ask if you need healing for money or anything what you need, job situations, anything. Thank you. It's amazing what a bit of lippy can do. Mush your hair. Good evening in Derbyshire. What's the weather been like? It's been pleasant down there today, Jen. We've got Portsmouth in the house. I'm just reading some of your lovely comments. So Louise Barlow on YouTube needs healing for her painful leg. You will receive that tonight. They're very painful when you get cysts on the ovary. I've had one of them when I was younger. Very painful. I had a water cyst. Have you heard of water cysts? When they pop, apparently you know about it. It can be very painful. Oh, God bless you, Desiree. So Desiree needs prayers for our dad, Edward, who is in hospice, care at home. He's on his last days with colon cancer. God love Edward. You will send him healing tonight. We've got New York in the house. The Big Apple. The Big Apple is in the house. You've got Glasgow just up the road in Bonnie, Scotland. It's only 2 hours, from mine. Crafty One needs some healing for fibromyalgia. That's nasty. I'm getting tested for that. And diabetes. You definitely will receive the healing. Everybody's feeling it at the moment, aren't they? And I feel it's like in the collective. I think everyone's so worried. I was talking to a lovely client, one of my lovely clients earlier on, and it's really in the collective. I feel that we're so being fired at left, right and centre, and it didn't help all them Mercury in retrogrades, did it? Hiya, Gigi. Oh, thank you. Everybody's feeling it, and I think it's just a lot of it's anxiety, and I couldn't even explain it. What I was trying to say to my dear friend, I hope he's watching, that it's like we've all been going through a retrograde time travel tunnel. Do you understand what I mean? It's like we're going from old Earth into new Earth, and we've been caught in the middle, spinning and trying to get there, trying to focus on our own lives, and everywhere being fired at left, right and centre. It's like we're going through like a time travel tunnel. It's really weird. And trying to keep that balance, really. Hi, Jamie. Times are really weird on Earth at the moment, aren't they? So I've been cooking a lot recently and cleaning. I don't know, I tend to do that when I'm thinking. So it's all go. I do this every time of this year. I do like spring cleaning and stuff like that. Just sorting out cupboards, You'd be surprised how much. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I tend to collect a lot of boxes and mess. So I've been doing a lot of decluttering. Adam's doing really well, thank you. Oh, good, love. So we've got Kimmy in the house here. Her daughter-in-law, Beth, is double mastectomy. Oh, bless her. It's such a worry. I'm just reading some of your comments. Yeah, I still need to go in for my reconstruction thing. Where they're going to liposuction my tummy and do all sorts of amazing things to us. But I'm a little bit scared, you know what I mean? And you think like women get it done for just cosmetic reasons. I get really scared about stuff like that, I don't like being knocked out. I've asked if I can be awake, but he said, don't be silly. He says you're best to be asleep, But I've said I've seen it on the television where people in America and that, when they're getting, like they're sticking the pipe in and pulling out the suction with the liposuction, and they're FaceTiming their family and that. I wouldn't be going to that extent, but it can be done, can't it, when you're awake type of thing. I just don't like being knocked out. I don't know about you guys. I like to be aware. Oh, definitely sending us some healing there, Anne. I know. Gas is awful. Well, yeah, I don't think it's like it used to be, did it? Remember when the dentist, when you were little? That was creepy, wasn't it? The gas in there's all right when you're having a baby, that's quite cool. But yeah, it's not the same as it used to be. So anyway, without further ado, they still haven't found Nancy Guthrie. It's awful. It's really strange, that. Really strange. It's very dodgy. Very dodgy. Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? So without further ado, we are going to get you all comfortable. I've got my little bell. Let's get this one. I know it was horrible, that wasn't it? The dentist gas when you were little. I think it was like really yuck. There's been so many people on this Mounjaro, isn't there? I personally wouldn't take Mounjaro. I'd rather just go down the natural route. I think it's when you've been through a lot and you've had a load of drugs. It's going through like cancer treatments and that. The last thing you want is to start taking another drug, you know what I mean? And you don't really know the after effects or the side effects to Mounjaro in the end, do you really? Nobody really knows. Is it being trialled or what? I just think I would rather just do it naturally, What's this here? Tree Michelle, prayers and light to my sister. She's struggling raising 2 emotional support teens, of course. Okie dokie, let's get started then. So we've got 565 and viewers in from both sides, and we are going to start. So sit back and relax. So I'm going to start by invoking the angels in. And don't forget, if you need any healing for a person, persons, an animal, a situation, just write the name in the comments section and you will receive the healing and the prayers that you need. May peace be with you all. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides to come forth tonight to give us the true answers and the protection and the peace and the healing that we need. Jed. Got Jed in the house here. White Buffalo. Running Star. Lady Direwolf. A2I. Ra. And anybody who would like to come forth from the spirit world, the angel realm, the fairy elementals, telecommunicate, off-world beings who would like to telecommunicate with her, you are welcome to come through, as long as it's true answers and you are nice. With love and light, love and light, love and light. Oh, and the animal kingdom as well. Amen. I quite often communicate with the animal kingdom, I do that with sessions with people as well when they're having shamanic healing. I like connecting with the whales and the dolphins and the beings, I'm an animal communicator, but I think that when you're doing it on a healing level, it's on a different level, yeah? I've worked with lions, in the Lion's Gate, you name it, and they're just a pleasure to work with, and they're all part of Mother Gaia and God's creation, and they also need a lot of help as we are ascending. The animal kingdom is ascending as well, and as you know, there's still a lot of cruelty going on in the world with the animals, and we need to be there to help them. No, I'm not some sort of vegan or anything like that, we all need, sometimes we are carnivorous and we need to have what we need to have, but we need it with respect. We do not go out killing animals like some people do for the sake of it and torturing animals. We have respect in this group for animals, be whatever you are, if you're a vegetarian, a vegan, or a meat eater. We are all here as living beings. And I was thinking last night about the animals. There's loads of cats in Iran. I think it must be a popular thing over there. But they're just running freely, and we need to send healing out to the animals as well, and the horses and that. And I just think they're all feeling it as well. There's a song what keeps coming out on YouTube, you know, when you're sitting there and you're like half asleep and you're monging, and it'll go around and you'll watch something looping. It might be on Facebook as well, and it's an African song, and I absolutely love it. If I find the song, I'll link it in the description, and I love it. They have it a lot on like shorts and stuff like that, and it's just like this really catchy African song, and I just think it's great. But it's sort of like you connect with like all the giraffes and the elephants, and I just love it all. I love it. I've got quite a passion for Africa, and I've never been. My granddad lived out there where did he live? I'll find out off my mum, but it was somewhere in Africa. And he lived there in the 50s, and he was an architect, and he built stuff, and he was friends with the chief over there, and he was well respected over there. He actually he cut his finger, and his finger was hanging off, right? It's funny enough, my dad's lost part of his finger as well, and he went to this witch doctor over there, and I don't know what he did. He mixed this potion like the eye of a toad and God knows whatever, and his whole finger just sizzled up and healed. Absolutely amazing. Because a lot of the voodoo is medicine as well. It's not all hocus pocus stuff. You know, there's a lot of medicine, natural medicine over there. Yeah. And then he got malaria, and then the medicine doctor came again and did his war dance around him and did something, and he broke his fever and survived. So it just makes you wonder, doesn't it? It makes you wonder, but it's somewhere where I've always wanted to go, but I've never had the experience to go, and I will go at some point. I want to go on a safari. I mean, you'll have to comment on the link below what you would like. What would you do if you had, you know, the time or the money to go somewhere? Where would you go around the world? I definitely would like to go on a safari, me. So Sarah is put here, Louise, do Nigerian curse spells work? I do believe they do, yes. Actually, I don't know if she's watching tonight. She's not Nigerian, she's Jamaican. And lovely client. She's like a friend. I don't know if she's watching. But I says you'll have to come on the show, and we'll do a night of how to do psychic protection spells and all that type of thing. And I think she's a little shy, but it would be nice if she came on. Yeah. That's it. Sam is put here in the audience on YouTube. Afro Soul Papa what? Tuia. That's the song. That's it. I absolutely love it. Yes, that would be another great place to go, is Egypt, the Valley of the Kings. So Sarah here has said that she's had death threats. That's not nice. So try not to worry about it. But like one night we're going to have something for like how to psychically protect ourselves and talk about stuff like that. But also we're going to cover like natural medicine and potions and lotions and stuff like that. Okay? So I'm going to start with the cards. Let me get a cup of tea. So don't forget, write your name in the comment section, and may peace be with you. We are ready to start. Somebody has put Highland Jack, just put I have no desire to go to Africa. I don't know why. It might be from a past life. We could have a past life, talk about stuff like that one night as well. Yeah, you've got to go with what you feel passionate about. Yeah? Yeah, I could well imagine South Africa stunning. Oh, really, really, Jennifer, yes. Do you want to come on the safari with us? Jennifer Booth just put here, she would think it would be amazing as well. Awesome to go on a safari. Definitely. I've held a baby lion before, a cub. When I was little, I went to Skegness. I think it was Skegness. I think it was, my mother's got the picture of the photo of me and my brother holding a baby lion, and the baby lion weighed on us. A sleeping baby lion. Should we all go? Audrey, should I say? Right. My granddad, he went on a safari, and he was with his friend, and it was like an open truck, and then this great big lion had come up, and my granddad was like quite scared. He goes, "No, don't be scared," he said to his friend, to my granddad. He said that they'll only attack if they're hungry. You know what I mean? You haven't got to show your fear. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards out, and we're just going to go straight into it. I'm going to ask direct questions, which I believe that we all want to know. Will this end up... We're in the war now with Iran, and it's awful. But will it go as far as nuclear? We need to know that. No messing. Get to the nitty gritty. So we need true answers. Iceland would be nice. I would like to go on a Icelandic cruise. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? And I would love to go to... You can go on them into Antarctica or the edge of it, you know. Right. We need to know if this is going to end up being nuclear. We need to know, are the people in Iran safe? Oh, Japan's on my list. That's definitely another one on my list, is Japan. A Nordic cruise. Icelandic cruise. A Viking cruise, I think they're called, aren't they? Right, I'm going to pull 7 cards out here. Okay. I don't think it's safe at the minute, no. I mean, people are travelling, and I personally, it's safe to travel, and I don't think it's safe to travel over Iran. I don't know if they're still flying over Iran, but I think I'll stick to just a caravan holiday this year. Okay, so it's very touch and go here. Right, okay. So since I've last been on, which was last Sunday, I think that, yeah, Trump made an announcement, didn't he, that it was something very strange, that he was saying it's the end of the, oh, it's going to be the end of the war, something like that he said. So I don't know if he's had a bit of a falling out with Israel or something. But it's like he's realising now that they're not totally his friends, okay? They're not really totally his allies like he thinks they are, or he thought they were. Now, I'm not saying it's the Israeli people, because it's not. I'm talking about certain people like Benjamin Netanyahu. But I query, to be fair, if he's still alive. But whoever's running the show over there, should I say. So what we've got here is that Benjamin definitely, or whoever's running Israel, would definitely nuke, with no shadow of a doubt. Would definitely, if they could, they would do that. And I don't get that with Trump. I get there's a resilience there. He just wants, I don't know what he's up to, right? We all know that he said that there would never be a war while he was in power, but that's all changed. I definitely feel that there's greed involved here, but I do still think, and I would like to think, that he's up to something where he's been trying to take down bad individuals, but I also think he's in it for his own game as well. I think there's a bit of one and a bit of another with him. But I really do believe that at the end of the day, there's going to be something what's going to kick off very, very soon. I want to say to the Iranian people, get out. Now, I'm not saying that in an awful way where there would be like a disaster of some description, but I'm fearing that they need to get out. I don't feel a safe energy over there for them. And not all of them can, yeah? Not all of them have the money to get out. But what I'm feeling here really strongly is that there's something ready to kick off here, and I'm definitely feeling within the next 2 to 3. So I don't know if that's days or weeks, okay? Days or weeks. So I don't know if I'm looking at this week coming in or the following week. But what I also feel, there's different timelines working on here. It's really, really weird. I'm going to show you this, right? So there we've got the 10 of wands there, and it's like if you could imagine there Trump, and he's pushing, but he's also pushing back as well. It's really weird. It's a feeling I'm getting. And then, I'm not saying this is that looks like Benjamin Netanyahu, because so far doesn't, but it's as if he's got the ignite button there and he would love to just ignite. So there's 2 different energies here, up to what they can do. But I also see Russia involved here as well, and this is going to come into play within the next 2 to 3 weeks as well. So watch, unless it's some big news coming in with Russia, or watch for this, right? Watch for this. So at the moment, it's like Trump's treading on eggshells. He's trying to exit out of something which he doesn't want to go along with now. Okay? And I actually feel he's been listening to bad advisors, but I also feel there's some good advisors around him as well. There's a lot going on behind the scenes here. There's a hell of a lot going on behind the scenes. All right. Somebody's put here, Rick, NATO will be dismantled. I don't believe it will. But I do believe that there'll be new systems to be put into place into the near future. But I don't believe NATO will be dismantled. Definitely not. Iran had an ability to hit London, but the USA blasted the boom booms. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's not good at the moment. And so there's deals still be made in behind the scenes, and I see Trump there making deals now. There's also a lot of talk. I'm going to look into his health because something's not quite right. So I'm going to look into his health tonight as well. There's been sightings of Trump, and it looks like he's got makeup on his hand there, concealer, and you know yourself, you can't really cover a bruise. It always comes back. It doesn't look very good. Do you know what I mean? You can't really cover it with concealer. Let's have a look. So we've got the 3 of Swords here, and it's coming through very strong. So I am seeing tears, and I'm seeing tears in that area. And I get a lot of worry there. there's a lot of worry there. Now, I was going on last week about something I had written and I had put it out on, well, it was Twitter when I had put it out. It's called X now. But I've got it here and I'm going to read it to you. It's a prophecy that I did, and I did it a few years back. Where will I find it? Because what I was getting last night, I'm getting the same thing tonight. There's a few different timelines. But one of the timelines is that something could happen to Iran. I hope not. But you're not just looking at Iran. I'm just going to turn this down because I don't want to get copyright for the music. This is basically my video that I did, okay? And I put it out on Twitter, X. That's not it, sugar. Here it is, here. Right, wait a minute. I stand looking at the entrance between heaven and hell. I lift my veil, I now see. God shows me the core of the beast. This is what's to come. I do not believe what is said to be true is true. Smoke Valley, do not enter. Shut your door. What is coming is a trick. Right, so I wrote that. And it's actually, if you check it out, it's like a short little video. And I went on about Lionsgate, but that, I don't know what happened there. Right, so this is interesting. I'm going to slow this down. Wait a second. So, remember passports and planes, right? I wrote. Shocking news is coming on the 2nd, the 3rd and the 9th. 2 men will reveal some shocking information. This is for Intel. 2 sets of information will come out at the same time. By the 15th, they will be revealed. This will be revealed as true. So I don't know what that is. It's something quite shocking coming out. This is what I feel what's still to come. Right? Messages will disclose truth. You cannot hide what is coming. So I wrote this a few years back, and I got it really strong again last night, and I'm going to go deeper into this, right? What's coming, sort of thing. What else? A woman holds the key. I'm just slowing this down because it's got music on. Everything that I have predicted for the last 4 years is about to all fall into place. Listen to this bit. Island distraction. Right? Alien technology by man hiding the real aliens right in front of you. I'll say that again. Island distraction. Alien technology by man hiding the real aliens right in front of you. It's obviously to do with Epstein Island, isn't it? The next bit. There is no denying the signature, what's coming. Voice, tape messages, DNA, and face. Online, check back. So I don't know what I was getting there. Because I do a lot of, I do remote viewing, but I also do, like when you write, sort of spiritual writing. What else is there? Next bit. The biggest scandal in human history is coming. They are here. Are you ready? That's obviously aliens. It's got to be, hasn't it? They are here. Are you ready? Because they're hiding a lot. And then when the man stands in snow, we will know the truth. I still get that. These are prophecies, by the way. This is not like, this is what I'm being given. All right. So I just thought I would say that, and I'm going to look deeper into that tonight. Okay. To get back to Trump. I am on X, but I haven't been on it for ages. Do you know what I mean? It's not somewhere where I really regularly post. I need to start posting on there, actually. Right. So I need to know. So it's 50-50. It's touch and go. Some things are set in stone and some things aren't. So it's not a definite this can happen. You know, the gods are trying to stop this from happening type of thing, you know. But basically it's two forces, good and evil here. So the good angels could try and stop this. They definitely could. It's all to do with a balance here. Angels are working on this, so hopefully it doesn't happen. So I don't know what I meant by the writing of Death Valley smoke. So when I talk about Death Valley, what I had actually seen was, it was like a channel, like a canal. And what it actually is that canal. It's that, what's it called? What Trump's on about at the moment. Oh my God, what's it called? What's being blocked, and it's got lots of mines in it. Do you know what I mean? Let me go back. Go back through my bloody history now. It's where they go with all the cargo and that. What's that river called? That's it. It's not a river. Strait of Hormuz. That's what I see. That's where there's going to be problems. All right. So I seen this vision a couple of years back, and I got it again last night. But you know, when I'm given a vision, I don't know where these places are. I don't know why Spirit does this to mediums, but they just give you a vision. You've got to try and blink and work it out like a bloody detective. But it's the Strait, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, it's the Strait of Hormuz. Is that right? And that's where there's going to be a lot of problems. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. So, also as well, I have a friend who was telling us that, I don't know if this is true, or you can look into this, you may know more about it, that the new nuclear BOMBSs, I've got to talk and code something because of the algorithms, aren't so dirty as the old ones. Is that right? They still cause destruction because of the falling out, but they're different to what the old ones used to be. Does anybody know that? I mean, they're still destructive, but is it possible they could be put out in a drone sort of type of situation which could cause a lot of devastation? I see a real terrible mess there. It's not good. So, according to SASJ here, Trump's given 48 hours, 2 days to... Okay. If they don't open Hormuz... Right, okay. So there's going to be... that sort of makes sense then when I'm getting within the 2 to 3. So we've got the upside down devil. Anybody who reads the cards will know this is not good. We've got the upside down magician. I mean, blinking Nora Batty. You know what I mean? It's not good. And we've got the upside down hermit. So it's going to become very intense. I would see this week coming in. If not this week, into the beginning of next week. It's not good. It's certainly not good. Who is that? The Knight of Swords upside down. The Iranian leader, whoever it is, or whoever's running the show at the moment, is going to do something quite remarkable. I don't know what they're going to do with a swift move on something. So what Crystal's put here, he will bomb their oil if they don't open it. It's going to get nasty. This is the thing. Right, let's have a look. We've got the child card here. It's like I want to send an SOS out there to Iran and around that area, and I just want to see all women and children and young, just everything, everybody just get out. get out of the area. It's not good. So the vision that I had last night and what I had a couple of years back, and it was around this area. If it's not there, it's near there. Does that sort of make sense? That's what I've seen. There's going to be mass destruction, and I feel it's as if that they're having to send troops in because of piles and piles of rubble. And it got us thinking about 9/11, and I'm going to get into that as well because there's a connection with all of this, and I don't know why I'm getting this. The whole lot, the whole shebang, the whole thing, the movie is all linked. It's really weird, you know. This is why I'm putting this out to you tonight, so you can try and put it together. Yeah, I'm just giving you my flashes and the images of what I see, but I know what I feel. Does that sort of make sense? And I feel there's a connection. Why would there be a connection? Please give me an answer there, Spirit. I'll get to Trump's health in a minute. Just wait a minute. I know, Paulus. It's awful. There's 90 million people in that country. That's terrible. Or get out of that area. Like, you know, I just feel the need to get out. And like I said, not everyone. It's not possible for everybody to. Okay. What was I looking at again? Can somebody tell us? You're looking at mass destruction here. The 9 of Wands, the 6 of Wands. Right, so something big's coming in 2 to 3 weeks. Right, okay. So what I'm feeling really strongly here is that whoever was behind 9/11, okay, is also behind another event coming. So it might not be this event, it might be something else what follows this. Does that make sense? Or are we looking at powerful people who are orchestrating events? And I'm not saying that they're not happening, because they are happening. But you're looking at a situation here what's going to get totally massively out of control. So the guy that I'm seeing is, it's really strange this, the man who bought the Twin Towers, interestingly enough, he put it, what was it, he got loads of something about insurance or something he put down. Yes, Larry Silverstein. I'm seeing him, and he insured it for so much. Just a day, was it a day before the Twin Towers went down? And normally he would be in there, the Twin Towers, because I was watching something about it actually, where he would go for his breakfast at the top of the Twin Towers. They had this lovely cafe where he would go. And he never went that day, and he said because he was going to get some treatment done somewhere. Yeah? So it was the insurance on the Twin Towers, yes. So I'm feeling like a situation like that again, and I don't know why I'm getting this as connected. But I don't know if it's a situation where there's another inferno. This is another inferno. I've said this before. Is there another inferno? Yes. And they're going to blame it on Iran. Yes. God forbid. Jesus, Mother and Mary. Right, okay. There's another situation coming, and it's going to be similar to the Twin Towers, and they're going to blame it on Iran. It's an FF coming. Now, I know it sounds really awful. It sounds worse than saying a false flag, doesn't it? Sound FF. Anyway, there's a situation coming which is real, but they are going to blame, and it's like a Tower and Inferno situation. So it's not a situation here to do with all of this thing to do with Iran that it's going to go away. It's a movie, right? And what they're trying to do is they're trying to divide everybody globally. You know, the poor people in Iran, the poor people in Israel, us. You know, it's us, the mere mortals, which are getting affected. You know, never mind these rich millionaire and politicians. If the going gets tough, and like there's a nuclear war, I mean, they just go into the bunkers and off they go, and they're fine. It's us left to face the bloody music. These idiots which are running the show, you know what I mean, who promised that they wouldn't do this, right? So it's all about money and power. Everything is about money and power. So I think that there's been some infiltration there on Trump's behalf. I still do feel that I would like to think that he's out there to take some baddies down. I'm still living in hope of that, right? But I really do feel that he's changed. So I'm going to look into why he's changed. But I just want to double check this. Is this right, that there's going to be another Twin Tower situation? Please give me a true answer, Spirit, please. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. I've got to say this. But these are my visions. I'm not claiming these are true. I've got to say this. But this is what I feel. Dear God. Right, so I've just asked the cards, is there like another sort of like a Twin Tower situation coming? And this is really weird. And I mean, you've got to understand when you're doing the tarot, you know, they can morph and you just go with what you feel. You learn by the book. Then after that, my Nana always said that, then you go off and you read with your heart. That's a true gypsy reading, okay? And this is what I do, okay? So I don't read with my eyes, I read with my heart. But I said, is there another Twin Tower situation? And I got that come up. Is a yes. So why would you think that's a yes? It's because you're looking at two sort of, I've seen that as like two towers. And then I got the upside down justice. There's trickery on its way, and I got the upside down hyphenate. So angels are really roaming this planet at the moment. They are really roaming this planet, and they are worried. And yeah, Trump's not perfect. He's not far from perfect. But I actually do believe that he's also some sort of like, what's the word? Warrior? You can't have somebody fluffy in there if you're wanting to like get in there and get the nitty gritty and get all like clean, do the cleanups and stuff like that. Of what's going on behind the scenes and stuff like that, which I think there's a lot more going on, but we're not allowed to know that. They're only telling you so much. But I also feel he's out for his own gain on some things as well. But I'm a little concerned about his welfare at the moment, so I'm going to look into that as well. Okay? So we just need to watch this space, because I have a funny feeling, right? And I'm not saying this to be nasty, but I don't think he's going to be here for long. Okay? Or I'm not saying he's going to die or anything like that, but I do feel like there's something not quite right there. So I'm going to look into that. We've got the angel walking across the water, and that's the hummus place there. And as you can see, there's like explosions in the background. Doesn't it look like the angel's filing her nails? But it's not. If I'd been an angel, I'd be sitting there filing my nails, but anyway, she's walking across the water there, and she knows it's happening. I think that you've got Archangel Michael and Raphael. They're all around the Middle East at the minute, but they're also around the walking through the streets of the USA. Why am I getting that? Europe and London. So we're looking at there's a situation coming, and it's in one of the main cities. So I don't know if I'm looking at Washington DC, I don't know if I'm looking at New York, I don't know if I'm looking at London, Paris. There's something here I can't put my finger on. And it's like it's been planned, and it's awful. And I know it's like I'm tapping in, to like the evil doers. We call them they. I'm not going to say names for legal purposes. Who I'm going on about, but whoever they are, we know, or we feel we know, are up to no good to control humanity. I do wonder if it's something to do with the USA. I just think we need to stay vigilant. Oh my God, I'm getting even Europe would just have to be careful all over. Where the hell's that? What does that remind you of, guys? It's about money as well. What does that remind you of there? Does anybody know? And what's that there? That. It's a castles, isn't it? Tower? Is it the London Tower? New financial system. Oh my God, Gigi's put Pisa, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, Italy. Big Ben. There's something. Right, okay. Whatever takes place also around a tall building, it's going to be a sign from the dark ones, the elite to the elite. Because they actually don't care now. They just say what they give off symbolism, signs. And it'll be some sort of tall building as well. So we're not just looking at one building, I'm looking at two. But there's also like a Burning Inferno type of building as well. I'm feeling that. Knightsbridge, oh my God. I've had that before, Knightsbridge with a automatic writing. Okay. A series of events to take place and we're going to have a massive transition within the financial system. You need to get ready for this. Okay? And where we went from decimalisation into the pound, it's going to change again. It is going to change again. This is what I'm being shown here. Okay? And it's part of the new financial system coming in. I've talked about this before, like the new trade bridge. Why would I talk about Africa? Because I actually do think, Africa's got such luscious land and it's got so much potential when this new financial bridge takes place. This is what I see. Africa could act as one of the main hubs for a lot of trade. So whatever takes place over the next couple of weeks is going to crash. I don't want to say the dollar, but there's something not quite right here. But it's like they want this to happen, and they're going to blame Trump because that's what they'll do. But it's going to happen. It was going to happen anyway, and that'll be the time when there'll be a crash. Something's going to happen to the gold, and it'll boom in price, and that'll be where whoever's bought stuff or crypto, that's when you're going to make yourselves really rich. There's all sorts going on here. So you remember that time with what was that building, that old building called in France, what set on fire? That was a symbol, that was a sign. I see something else like that coming. Okay, so there's something else like that coming. Notre Dame, that was it. So there's like another Notre Dame situation. Wasn't there a black hooded person there or something? Somebody in cloaked person. Very strange. So there's a new system coming in here. New system. Right, okay. We've got Goddess Isis coming in. The Empress. Whoa. So there's not just a shift happening in our reality and there's going to be a new financial system. There's also going to be there's sort of like a massive shift in us spiritually. Yeah, it's sort of all taking place and we're starting to get huge downloads and a sudden realization of who we are and why we're here, you know. So there's like another massive role of a huge great awakening coming across the planet for everybody. It's huge. I see great announcements being made from the White House. Right, before I get into Trump's health, are we safe? We just need to stay vigilant. Are we safe from the UK, Europe, USA, everywhere? Are we safe? As best as we can be, really, aren't we? New beginnings coming in. I hope to God this doesn't happen. I hope to God there's a massive twist of fate and there's nothing that happens in Iran. But I just think it's going to get nasty. And they're going to send more troops in on the ground. And it's not for fighting, because it's awful what I'm picking. It's going through the rubble to get people out. It's horrible what I'm saying, literally awful. I see a lot of people running on the beach as well. It's really weird. And I get submarines and something to do with a ship. And I feel like I need to send healing out there to a ship to protect this ship. Right, okay. Right, something's not quite right with Trump because I see him on his last leg. So, right, I went into deep meditation last night, and why is the bruises on his hand? What's going on? What's really going on? Okay, and he's had these regular bruises. Okay, so he's getting treatment of some sort. And it suddenly dawned on us, and I'm not saying this is the case with him, but he's either getting infusions of something. He's definitely getting infusions of something. Okay. And he's getting them regular. So I don't know if he's going through some sort of cancer treatment, okay? Or he's going through some sort of treatment for his bloods. Now, I'll tell you why I'm getting that, right? Because immunotherapy, I went through 18 rounds of immunotherapy, and the weapon in your hand, they took me PICC line out, and because you could get PICC lines either in your arm or there, right? And with the immunotherapy, they just either stick it in your arm or they can stick it in your hand. And the reason why they stuck it in my hand is if you look back through my old videos, I always got a bruise when I'd had treatment, and it was on my hand because I've got terrible veins. And I think Trump's got terrible veins. I mean, he is in his 80s, isn't he? So he's, you know, he's not like he's a young. I'm wondering if he's getting something like that. I'm just going to double check. There's always diabetes as well, but with the diabetes, I don't think they stick it in the hand. I would have thought they would have stuck it in the tummy. You know, like when you have like your shot of something like that. Right, he's going through some sort of treatment, and it's on a regular basis. But I'm going to tell you something now. It's not going to take him out, this, whatever he's going through. But I'm a little concerned, and I'm a little concerned that he's not going to get through whatever it is what's happening at the moment. I've always predicted that he'll never finish his second presidency. If he does get back in, I did once say that, didn't I? Said that a few times. But what I get really strongly is that he'll, if it's the case that they suddenly announce it because he's keeping something from the public, because why wouldn't he? Because people are so bloody nasty, you know, like on the far left, they just like would love something to happen to him or something like that. So if you've got that much hatred towards it, you're not going to want to say anything, are you? So if they do suddenly come out with it and then suddenly see he ends up in hospital, I'm just a little concerned they're going to say it's that when it's not, and it's something else. What happens to him? And I got the flash. You're going to think this is crazy. Can you remember the scene in The Godfather? I think it was the first bit of The Godfather when the old man, Marlon Brando, isn't it? And he takes unwell and he's in the hospital and they have to move him because the mob, the other side of one of the other families is coming to get him. So the sons have to move him, don't they, and get him out of the hospital and get him safely somewhere else because they were going to come and kill him. And I feel this is what we're looking at here. I think that we're looking at a situation where there's so many different like bad people after him, or bad situations, and some people would say that he's part of the mob, but I think you're looking at like sort of like it's like true mafia type of like a situation. What's going to start to take place? What's happening around Trump? But I actually do think something. All I know is that when he goes, he's going to go quick, like that, and people aren't going to believe it. And the people that love him so much are going to be so devastated. They're going to say he's still alive. You know, that'll be the conspiracy what will be out there. And then the ones what hate him are gonna, you know, it's just gonna be bedlam. The fallout of when he goes it's going to be absolutely bedlam. It could literally cause some nearly a civil war. But I did say that he'd be on coin, and somebody just messaged us recently and said that there's coins have been made with him on it. Just recently. Trump does trigger the devils, yeah. But he's not well. He's definitely not well, but he's okay, if you know what I mean. So when nasty people have been saying, he's slurring, and you know how people take the mickey and that, you know what I'm saying, he's doing this or he's doing that. I mean, people seem to forget that he is an old man. Do you know what I mean? He's an old man. So Trump started this, but the vice president will finish it. Mark my words. Mark my words. The vice president will finish this. And it doesn't look very good at the minute. I think we're coming into the peak of it all, the eye of the storm, and it's within this week onwards. It really, really is. I'm going to put these back together again. It's got me quite worried about that Inferno thing, so I need to look more into that. How's it all connected? Is it because they're all the same people? What's running the show? You have to comment on the link what you think. Vance, yes. Which I also predicted a little while back, long before Trump got in. I said there would be a man and he would look like Glenn Campbell. And actually, I'm not saying like now, but if you take a picture of Glenn Campbell when he was older, a bit older when he had his beard, and then take a picture of Vance, and they look very similar. North Korea is also coming a lot back into the headlines as well, isn't it? He's been a bit quiet for a while, and he's been appearing again with his little daughter. So there's something going on there. But we know that Iran's never really had... I don't believe they've had mass destruction to go out there and do anything. This has all been about money. This is all there, the Rhinestone Cowboy. I love that. It's all been about money, and you're looking at, is it Hog Island? Is that how you pronounce it? Or Hog Island? Hog Island. And Trump's got his eyes. He's after that. A little rocket man. It's all about the money. It's all about the gold. It's got the same ones. I'm just shuffling these, and the same ones are coming out again. Mass trickery to take place. Yeah, he's been told to change his diet. I mean, but you can't teach an old dog new tricks, can you? And talking about dogs, my Oliver, my lovely Oliver, God rest his soul, 20 years old, my lovely Jack Russell. Well, I love him so much. He was as wide as he was long. He was a big boy. And I used to get wrong every time I used to take him to the vets. He used to say, this dog needs to be on a diet. And I said, you try telling him. And I think he was about 18 at the time. And I say, how do you teach an 18-year-old dog to go on a diet? He would bark at us and billy buff us, like charge like a billy goat. And he had cataracts, he was nearly blind before he passed. But there's no word of a lie. I could stand at the one end of the park, because the park's just at the front where I live, and I could shout sausages, and that dog would run, and he would charge at us and nearly run us over. He loved his grub, that dog. And you can't, when they get older, they're not going to change, are they? So Trump's just somebody who just likes his Matty D's and whatever he likes to eat. Do you know what I mean? But remarkable stamina. You've got to give that for the guy. I mean, he's sitting up night after night. I actually don't think he's had much sleep over the last week. There is treatment going on with him, by the way. There is definite treatment. But it's something there's something else what will take him out. That's what I'm being shown here. Yeah, I miss me dog. I mean, I've got me lovely cats, and I love them to bits. Me cats are me babies, they're on another level. And, but to have a dog, I mean, your house isn't the same without a dog, is it? And literally, I can't have a dog at the minute because it would be so unfair. I've got problems with neuropathy. I couldn't take it for a walk properly. So it would be cruel for me to have a dog, even though I would love a dog. So I've just got to stick with me cats at the moment. But I do miss me dogs. Man's best friend. Anyway, get back to this. I'm telling you now, he's fallen out with BB. Is BB still alive? Let's have a look. Zizi's just here. Zizi, me little cat, me little black cat, me beautiful baby. I've got a Bengal as well, half of a Bengal. And she's beautiful as well. I'll show you a lovely picture of her. My lovely Bengal. I've got two lovely pictures of my lovely young ladies. I'm the cat woman now. Right, wait a second. I'll quickly show you my cats. Right, so that's a nice one of Nala. She's a big lass, a big cat. There's another one of her. She's posing. And she's posing there. She's big. She's got big paws. She's a huge cat. And that's the latest one of my beauty. Two totally different types of cats. One's like a Burmese, like a panther, black panther, and the other one's like a... I just love them so much. I love black cats. I love all cats. Let's turn that off. Oh yeah, tiger cats are funny, aren't they? Is baby on the airplane? What's going on with him? Because apparently his place was BOM'd, wasn't it? Okay. All is not what it seems at the moment. I think we're also experiencing a lot of CGI. And I said this a while back. I actually said that we're not watching everything in real time. Okay, so there's been a massive tower around him. Something's going on with him. Last week I picked up he was still alive, didn't I? But I said that they have been using that on him. But there's something else going on with him. And I'm still getting that this week. So I'm not picking up his in spirit, okay? I'm not picking that up. But what I am picking up that this they're using CGI, so maybe he's out of bounds at the minute, or he's held captive. That doesn't seem right, does it? Held captive. Something's happened to him, or is he being held back? He's alive, but there's something not quite right. Please give me an answer. I need a drink. Wait a minute. Oh, we've got 1,122 viewers in. Where is he? What's happened to him? Give me a true answer with the cards, please. Under God. Under God. Not God. God. Hospital bed under God. So something's happened. There was an explosion. Still alive under God. Is it like tribunals, arrests or something? There's something not quite right here. Who else? So the military's running the show. Interesting. They are shown as like hospitals here. There's been something going on, yeah. But still alive. Wanted. I'm being given that oh my god, like an international arrest thing. Begins with a G. I can't think what it's called. They've got him under arrest. There's big cleanups happening. I'm feeling it really strong. I'm going into some sort of... Okay, this is really interesting. So I feel Trump knows this as well. Trump knows this. Did something happen last Wednesday? Why am I getting last Wednesday? Something happened last Wednesday. And what I'm being shown here is it showed in Trump's face. So I don't know if anybody... Yeah, a war criminal. There's something else going on. Definitely something else is going on behind the scenes, and we're not supposed to know everything. So G would make sense. Germany, that sort of makes sense. So we've got the real Trump in action here, who's not well, who's lives on about 2 hours sleep. They can't put everything out. I think there's been a lot of negotiations going on behind closed doors. You're talking like trying to take these rulers out, trying to stop stuff, and it's got a lot to do with heads of state. International Court of Justice, yes. They're taking big organisations down. We need to watch for this. There's going to be signs of this over the next month or so, because even after when this ends, God forbid, this thing in Iran, there's still going to be stuff going on. Yes, Tony Blair's another one. There's a big cleanup happening. So we're watching a movie, we're watching a show, and I do believe this thing's still happening behind the scene. And you've got to watch for the symbolism, all right? It's going to be really, it's going to become really apparent what's actually happening over the next 2 to 3 weeks, okay? We need to watch for this. Is there something going on with alien technology here? I'll do some scrying in a minute with the crystal ball. Yes, there's something off-world happening. Off-world as whatever you want to call them. I do believe a lot of them are here. Working within secret governments, very high up, very high up. And it's technology that they're going to bring in, and we're going to witness some strange technology with weaponry. You're not just looking at nuclear stuff here, you're looking at other stuff, which we're going to witness. We're going to witness this year, definitely this year. And it reminds us a bit of that film. What was that film called? Where they use the sound weaponry, that type of thing. There's something else coming. I want to say it's not the first attack in the Middle East. It's the second attack, what's going to be the devastation. I'll say that again. This is a prediction, by the way. It's not the first attack in the Middle East. It's the second attack where there's going to be devastation. Electromagnetic weaponry. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of sightings this year. There's been a lot of sightings. There's been a lot of flash sightings of balls of lights and all sorts of things which have been happening over America as well, where Cuba is that type of area. Two of Rods. Japan's quite a high UFO spotting as well over Japan. Okay, so what I'm feeling next, what's going to happen is that there's going to be an event, and I feel I can see an announcement where Trump's saying that he's not happy with Israel or something like that. Watch for the tables to turn here. Watch for him to change on the chessboard. So he's manoeuvring a strategy here. That's what he's doing. And he's going to take a full turn the other way. Mark my words. Mark my words. And I don't know why I keep getting Russia's coming in on the play here. Russia's coming in here. I'm hearing them weaponries what the Chinese have, and it's them calabash little buzzy things. And you hear them, you hear them buzzing and coming. And everybody's running, and they take out cities. It's like this weaponry they have. I'm seeing these calabash. I'm seeing them. I don't believe for 1 minute that China wants this. This is all about the fight for who gets to lead the economy. But there are also the certain players on the chessboard who are trying to take down the system. So imagine like Trump's on a chessboard and he's jumping from one to another, trying to like dodge the knights and dodge the certain people, the pawns and that. But he's collecting things along the way which is going to benefit the United States of America. And only Trump could do this. Nobody else. Be it either if you love him or you hate him, only he can do this. Because he's the master at this, at juggling things. There's sort of like a mafia feeling with all of this tonight, and I can't put my finger on it. It really is coming through really, really strong. And I want you to remember the 9th or the 10th, it's going to come up really strong. I don't know if that's the 9th or the 10th of April or May. Just remember that, okay? So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these back together again. Are we going to have alien disclosure? Not yet. I've always said they're going to bring the technology up to date, and they'll use an excuse of an event to bring in the lots of the technology what's been held back from we. And once this new technology comes in, then we'll start to get disclosure. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. I don't even feel it's written when. Nobody's supposed to know. So you've got certain people right at the top of the column, whatever you want to call it, who call the shots when things are going to happen. And they're neither black hats or white hats, they're grey hats. But these are the ones, and I don't even know if they're fully human, I'll be honest with you, or some of them are fully human. But they'll be the ones when they'll decide when it's going to come out, but it's not yet. And as I say this and as I speak this, I feel like they know what I'm saying right now. We are being so tracked and so watched. Scary. So there's a world that we don't even know will come into our reality. And I want to say 10 years from now, this world will be unrecognizable. It will be so futuristic. 10 years from now. Really, they were planning this a bit later, 20 years, 15, 20 years maybe at the earliest. But things are speeding up and they know they're running out of time. So they're bringing it all up to where it needs to be. Starmer, I don't feel will be in for long, but he's in while all this hoo-ha takes place, and I always said that he would be. He'll be making decisions. I'm not keen on Starmer. I don't feel he's one of our best prime ministers, but I also do agree with him, right? I know there'll probably be people out there who don't agree with us, but I agree that he didn't send in the troops. Right, that's what I agree with it fully. And there'll be people out there saying, well, but I don't think it's the right move that Trump decided was going in to bomb Iran. That's my take on it. But the UK army or military will go in when there's devastation. And that's the awfulest thing, because I feel military are going to be pulling out. It's awful when I'm saying, people out of rubble. It's awful. But it's also what needs to be rebuilt there. So it's going to be a lot of troops on boots on ground, which will go in. Definitely, Jeff. So there's a lot of futuristic cities to take place, yeah. It's huge what's going to take place here. I hate the saying, but it's like kill two birds with one stone. So it's like whatever, when everything kicks off, it's as if that they're going to use that situation to bring in the new technology. Bring us up to date to where we need to be. So that is planned, and that was planned up that top of the ladder. They wanted this to happen. Okay, they're also giving us trials to come. So I don't know if that's around BB or it's around another situation, but just remember that. Right, the last time that I mentioned that about the Stargate in Iran, I got strikes, and that was a few years back. I think I've been a bit ahead of my time a few years back, but I'm going to look into it. Is there something going on with alien technology over there? It's a massive yes, a bloody yes. Bloody hell yes. I think you've got there's a lot of underground bases, there's a lot of things going on, future technology. It's a massive yes. There's some Stargate what's opened, or there's something going on, definitely. Hell yes. And there's not just there's other ones, other places as well. Do you have any idea when it comes to the... Oh God, it's gone up. The new currency. The feeling that I'm getting, and I've had this for a while, but the extra feeling, the extra image that I've had is the last time we had a shift in the UK, we went from in the 70s, because I was a little girl, I was at school, and I went from decimalisation into the new currency. I remember that. So I'm feeling we're going to have something else what's coming, and they could bring everything up. It's pretty futuristic here. I don't know if we're looking at digital here. This cash is still going to be around for a long, long time, but they're bringing a new system into place. So with the new dollar, is it gold backed? Possibly gold backed. Are you going to jump? Are you going to come? Are you all right, my darling? You going to come and say hello? Right, don't stick your clothes in Mummy's. That's a good girl. She's coming to say hello. She normally has a little ride every night, right? She sits on my knee and I jiggle her up and down like that. And she likes the song, What Do You Do With a Drunken Sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? So we're going to have to sing that, okay? Are you ready? What do we do? Oh no, she doesn't want to. You going back on there? She's not ready yet. She's just waking up. Right, okay, so there's definitely some gold-backed currency coming in there. Easter. I've got this for a while, like the Easter March. Mad March Hare, the bunny. There's the 4 pillars. What's running the show. It's all going to come to a head. It's all going to come to a head. Manor House bind. It always reminds us a little bit like Alice in Wonderland when she's going down the looking glass, falling down to the chute. Then she goes to the Mad Hatter's tea party. It's just going to get crazy this year. Absolutely crazy. Mental. Not everybody has stocks and shares or investments. That's okay. Please don't worry. Nothing, you're going to be fine. If I do get any signs or feelings about banks going down, I would tell you. I've never been somebody who says that's going to happen because I don't believe that's going to happen. I want to say like 26 and 27, 28, it's the fight of the fittest, fight of the strongest, as we transition through into the great crossover. So that there may be some big banks which will join in with other banks. Don't forget, I read for bankers, and they say completely different to what's being put out there in Intel. You know, they're saying, oh, it's never been so well, it's never been so good, you know, and all of this. So I feel really strongly that the banks are still going to be there, but some will fall. Yes, I know about the 13 families. But I think it's a little bit bigger than that now, you know, a little bit bigger. It's bigger than that now, you know. You've got BlackRock and all these different organisations. You're definitely looking at Judgment Day here. Definitely. What I can say is the collective to everybody is that we just got to stay vigilant. All right, we've got to stay vigilant and we've got to prep. Because where there could be a new financial system before that happens, there's going to be something what's going to happen with trade, and it could have something what's going to take place very shortly, which is going to escalate out of control, which could then affect trade. You know, so oil prices are definitely going to go up, petrol, but you're also going to have groceries, which is going up anyway, but I think there's going to be a shortage of groceries. I see supermarkets empty. So I just feel we need to stock up, but not to panic buy. I've been saying this for a while, you know, and get like an emergency stock cupboard. It's always handy to have. Things that you need, but not what, don't just buy what other people are buying. I must stress that, you know, if, you know, don't go and buy a bag of nuts if you don't like nuts, you know what I mean? Get what you like. And not to forget your loved ones, you know, comfort food comes in great and handy. And if we do have power outages, that type of thing. Okay. So going back to this explosion, I'm going to have to look into the bowl to see what else I can get. The Towering Inferno when I'm getting. there's lots of steps going up. It reminds us a bit like the January carry on, where I said to people, don't go in the building, it's a trap. Can you remember when I said that to you? For people who've followed us a long time. January the 6th, wasn't it? It's like lots of steps going up into this building. Swing doors, you go in. I get something about Trump Tower as well. I don't get a good vibe there. And I see his kids standing outside making an announcement. And I see paparazzi everywhere. I get the 6 and I get the 12. Okay, interesting. There he is. King of Cups. Yeah, he's been told to sort his diet out. He's not very happy about that, like. I can understand why he's covering the bruise on his hand. Wouldn't you? If you had like lots of people hating you. You know, when you're going through something which is life-threatening, you do not want to have hatred at you. I get that one. But it's, I sort of see him that's like with his medicine cup, but it's like he's been told about his diet. If I'm getting this wrong and he's not going through some sort of immunotherapy, he's going through something which is on, it's dangerous, and he's had to change his lifestyle. He's on the edge, that is for sure. Queen Elizabeth had bruises on her hand, yeah. But what I was saying to you, Sarah, is, this is somebody who's in Twitch, I had bruises on my hand. You'll have to look back through my old videos. But I wasn't hiding it, was I? I was just told you that I was getting immunotherapy every month. And, you know, if I was getting a shot in my leg, I was getting stuff in my hand, you know what I mean? Because they couldn't find the vein in my arm. And sometimes when I get my blood taken, because I've got terrible veins, because I've put on so much weight, you can't find me veins in my arms. They just take it out of my hand because it's dead easy in my hand. And that's what they've done that with him. But they're monitoring. What they're doing is, whatever he's going through, they're monitoring him and they're keeping an eye on him. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cards away. It is going to be bloody crazy over the next month, I'm telling you. Absolutely crazy. I'm hoping it's not a nuclear situation. But I see lots of rubble in trying to pull people out. The last time we've seen this and witnessed this, you had the Turkey, wasn't it, with all the earthquakes, remember? That was awful. People were trapped. And then you had the 9/11 thing where people, and you had all the firefighters going in. So our troops aren't just, they just follow orders. You know, if they're told that they've got to go in to get people out of rubbles, it's going to be our troops what's going to do it. It's not just going to be firefighters. But I'm being shown this really strong. So give us 2 minutes there. I actually want to say this tonight because there's a lot of us in the audience who are either parents of young adults or anybody who's watching this, that to all troops, that they are protected tonight and kept safe, okay, from all sides, okay, and that this is diffused quickly, peacefully, and even our military dogs. I can't stop watching about the military dogs. Have you seen them? Them Belgian Malinoises or whatever they're called. They're such clever dogs. I mean, they stand and salute and everything. And they get medals, you know, so we've got to like send into the emergency services who are protecting us, you know, that we have to understand, you know, what they're doing to sacrifice for us. So Easter's going to be, it's going to be a big one this year. Blessings to the troops and the families. That's what I want to say. And hopefully this is going to end soon. And if anybody's watching this who's got a child or a grown-up child or a loved one, a husband or a wife in the armed services, that we send love and protection out to you as well. Yeah. And I mean, look, think back to 9/11, what the emergency services went through with the firefighters. You know, their men, what they went through, men and women. Unreal. They risked their own life to save others. So I do believe Easter's going to be a big one this year, and just after Easter as well. Okay. Right, I'm just looking into the crystal ball to see what I can see scrying. I'm looking at sort of bare land, complete bare land. It's sort of burnt land. There's a tower block nearby. Burnt land. And it's near that place what I talked about. We're definitely looking over Iran. I feel a situation happening around Ukraine again, and there's a link to do with Russia. Everything's all playing out all at the same time. It's really weird, and it's got something big to do with oil, some explosion or something, so watch for that. It's all connected, it's all linked. That's really, really weird. And I want to give you 2 or 12 linked with that. So I don't know if we're looking at 2 days, 12 days, or the 2nd, or the 12th of the month. Watch for that. The 7th's coming through really strong. I don't know why I'm feeling big news to happen around Venezuela. That's coming out very strong. These are all live events what I see taking place. A lot of sightings are going to take place over Japan, actually. So any Japanese people watching this, expect the unexpected. I feel there's going to be a lot of sightings of UFOs this year, especially by the summer as well. I see an interception coming in to do with China. This is really weird. An event to take place just after an explosion. This is awful. This is just like, this is, excuse me, this is like the warm up before the rest kicks off. I'm hoping there's light at the end of all of this, you know. We're going to go into a futuristic world. We just expect some crazy situations. They're all playing out their part because they're all fighting against each other to who has what power, because we're going into new earth, we're going into a new system. And once we're going to this new system, there can't be any shenanigans going on the borders anymore to do with trafficking and things like that. So they have to make their money elsewhere. So that's why they're doing what they're doing. There's a big clean up. So they're having to all clean up. Even the governments are all having to clean up. Talking about that, what's going to take place to do with the post office scandal, what took place in the UK, is going to come about again. And it's going to be huge. There's been a huge cover up and a fit up with all of this, and it's all about to come out. Watch for that. It'll hit high courts in London. Watch for that. Okay, more scandals to come out with Parliament. Yes, so Starmer's in for a little while. They're cleaning everything up. It's really weird what I'm saying. A reshuffling about. An incident to take place in the China Seas. I do get Kim Jong-un coming in and out of the crystal ball, but I don't actually know what he's up to. It's really, really weird. So once this new system comes into place, and I call it the crystal grid, but I'm not saying it is that, but it's going to be a new internet and everything. It's all going to be fast, super duper internet. Everything's going to be different. The underworld that we know of, the dark underworld where awful things are happening, they're not going to be able to get away with it so much because of everything what's going to be tracked. The only thing is, we're going to be tracked, but we're being tracked anyway. That's the thing. But it's going to stop a lot of this trafficking. And they won't tell you everything. But it's still going on now. It's still cleaning up now. That's what Mel Gibson talked about in his movie, didn't he? So Africa is going to be the main hub, and there's a lot goes on over there as well with all of this. Because I feel that they're going to be one of the main hubs. There's going to be hubs around the world, and it's all going to be to do with the new trade bridge, which I've predicted what's going to take place. Okay. I'm scrying in this crystal ball to see if I can get anything more on there. Alright, what are we getting here? Tel Aviv, where's that? Miami. Write this down, guys. Flights intercepted. Venezuela. Bloody hell, what am I getting here? Something huge happening in Ukraine soon. Right. There is something to take place over in, I'm not sure if it's Saudi or Abu Dhabi. Problems over there as well. But it'll be connected to do with Kuwait. They're doing a massive cleanup around the world. Massive cleanup. Wait a second. What are we getting here? What's that about Epstein? Where's Tel Aviv? Is that in Israel? Right. Right, I feel like I need to send healing out there and blessings to everybody over there. Okay. Emergency services. High alert. Europe. They're saying it's connected with Iran, but it's not. It's bloody well not. They're going to say that, but something's coming. Right, I see planes going down. I don't know what the hell I'm getting here. D. Right, this I'm getting like I'm seeing Russian writing in here. It looks like Russian writing. There's something not quite right. Or Russia's blaming somebody else. And I see a man, and he looks an Asian man, some leader, and they're talking about him, and he's all over internet and on the news, and they're trying to get him. This is bloody crazy. I'm getting the 25th, remember that. All communications will go down. When it all goes down, it goes dark. We need to prep. We need to be with our families. We need to not panic. Stay inside. Shut the doors. Play your board games. Listen to your radio. Have your prep stuff in. You'll be fine. Hopefully it's just a few hours to a night where the switchover takes place. Tel Aviv, emergency services. Malaysia. Everything to do with flights, hauling and stopping. People are going to be stuck in airports. This is crazy. The 13th's coming in very strong. I don't know why I'm getting the 13th of July, and God forbid us. God forsake the United States of America. I don't know why I'm getting the 13th of July. It's coming through really strong. Rome, big news, announcements. Biblical times. I see Jesus' shroud again. Oh my God. Huge change. Massive change. We have passed the Mayan calendar. The love of children. Children singing. I see people queuing in New York and in cities around the world, queuing packages. Do not panic. False event. It is fine. In the package, it looks like what you would get when you go on a plane, on a long flight on a plane. You get like your toothbrush and your little bit of toothpaste and stuff like that. Okay. The Gulf of Mexico, I don't know why I'm drawn to the Gulf of Mexico. I feel like I need to send healing and protection out there as well. And hell has no fury like a woman scorned. Okay. And as I'm getting that, I'm getting Erica Kirk. So I don't know what the bloody hell's going on there, but watch for something coming out with that one. So that's crazy. So it's phasing out there until the next time. It is now 1:08 a.m. in the morning over here. The storm is upon us. the storm is upon us. Just prep, because there'll be shortage in shops, and it's only for a short time. What do you prep? What you need is what you need to prep. There's no point me saying get the necessaries in, like coffee, tea, whatever. I've got myself a little like a little camping stove, like a little diddy where I could cook toast on it, or a tin of soup or whatever. Or I must get myself, and I keep forgetting, you know, like the old-fashioned whistling kettles, like the little, I used to have one for the stove actually, not like not electricity kettle, what you would plug in. So we just need to think of things, what we need. What else am I getting? See if I can get something nice for her. Why am I getting that song from the 50s? My boy lollipop, do 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 do. You make my heart go giddy up, do 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 do. Sweet as candy. I need to get the lyrics to that before I go, because it's for, it's something for us. Are we going to get the 50s again? Are we going to get, after all this, it's possibly that, you know. The song My Boy Lollipop was by My Girl Lollipop. I didn't know that, did you? You learn something new every day. I love all of that, you know. I love all the Motown stuff and that. Do you like it all? Lyrics. Candy for energy. Maybe it's that. My boy lollipop, you make my heart go giddy up. You are as sweet as candy. You are my sugar dandy. Whoa, oh my boy lollipop, you never ever leave me, because it would grieve me. My heart told me so. Then it just goes on to the next big bridge. Oh, it just repeats itself. That's the song. So you're looking at, unless we're going to be so short of sugar, and there's going to be a sugar that. We had a sugar ration in the 40s, didn't we, in the Second World War? But it could be that, or it could be that we're going to get the 50s again, which I've said before, like the swinging 20s. We're going to get all, you know, after the 40s. We had the 50s, you know, and everybody was happy, like Happy Days, you know, Fonzie, and everybody was just happy. And it was the best time for humanity because jobs came back and people were happy again. Maybe we're going to get that. Maybe we're going to get New Earth isn't just about tracking and new technology. Maybe it's about happiness, you know, and we haven't got to feed into the negativity. But sugar's coming up there. Sugar. But as you know, too much sugar's bad for you, and I realised that one because I learned that. But yeah, there's going to be shortage of things. Free energy, you know, and a better life. So before you go to bed tonight, just think of what you really want and wish for it, because the veil is so thin. And I do believe that by manifesting and sending them wishes out, they will come true. It will happen, you know. So write your list, get your little wish book, write what you want, and believe that's what faith is, you know. Believe that you are protected, because there's a lot of evil going on in this world and a lot of nasty things, but there's also a lot of good people here as well. And the good will outshine the evil in the end. Okay? So remember that before you shut your eyes and go to bed tonight. So I just want to leave you with a lot of love, and just stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay happy. And believe, because we're in biblical times, but we're going to be okay. We really, really are. Manifest. And the more we manifest and stick together, we should have a manifestation night, right? The more it's like group prayer, isn't it? It's like sending out all that love out across the world, so we can stop all this negativity and all this wars, and heal everything and bring it all to the forefront quicker, because we're being so tested. Okay, so I'll leave you there with a lot of love from Spirit. Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay warm, stay happy. And I'll be on again soon, and may the force be with you all. Now, how do I get out of here? Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to have a hot chocolate, and I'm going to put some cream on the top, and I'm going to sprinkle some chocolate on the top of my cream, because I'm just naughty.